Millennium The Musical. Story, lyrics and melody by Debbie Lynn Thomas. Music by Mike Luetto. Scene 3. The Winton's Lounge. Christmas Day. Ben and Dolly are sat at the Christmas dinner table while Annabelle is finishing setting it.
Is it right that Stanley Matthews played for Blackpool?
Yes, he did, from 1947 till 1963. That takes me back. Me and my Stan loved Blackpool. He was always telling me when he was a kid he was never off the Alka-Seltzer.
Did he get a lot of wind then?
Annabelle corrects Dolly and says it's helter-skelter.
My friend down the corridor, her daughter just moved to Blackpool. What's her name? Let me think. It's an unusual name. Toyota, that's it.
Again, Annabelle corrects Dolly, saying it's Latoya.
Now Annabelle's gone, let's pull a cracker.
We can't do that. There's no one else here yet. We'll get told off. Besides, they're so posh, they don't look as if they should be pulled at all.
Oh, go on, live dangerously. Are you a man or a mouse?
All right then. But I'll say it was your idea if we get in trouble. Where do you go if you're snowed in?
I don't know. Where do you go if you're snowed in?
Snowhere.
Oh,
Here, I got you a present.
oh, a matchbox. And it's bits of red brick in the shape of a heart.
It's not just any red brick. The last time I was at Old Trafford, I remembered you telling me where you and your Stan were when he asked you to marry him. You said you were leaning against the wall just as you go through the turnstile into the Stretford end. I figured out from what you told me exactly where that was, and I scraped some of the brick off it for you. I know, I'm daft, innit?
You got me this? Oh, it's not daft at all, Ben. I think it's the best Christmas present I've ever had.
Dolly kisses Ben on the cheek. Uncomfortable, Ben turns round and wipes his cheek on his sleeve. A little later, Annabelle, Charles, Abby and Bill are all sat at the table.
That was a lovely meal, Annabelle, wasn't it?
Annabelle looks towards Bill and Ben and nudges Bill, who is miles away.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think Sprouts always smell like someone farted?
Ben.
Oh, sorry. Farted.
I'll get the coffee.
Flustered, Abby stands up.
I'll help you.
No, you stay here with Bill.
At least let me help with the washing up.
We have a dishwasher.
Oh.
Rather deflated, Abby sits back down. Tim stands up and walks towards Bill.
More wine, Bill? Or would you prefer a beer?
Now you're talking.
Ben? Wicked.
Tim and Annabelle leave the room.
Will you two stop showing me up? You could at least pretend to be civilised, if only for today.
Oh, yeah. Like when Tim asked Ben if he liked petit pois, and he asked him what team he played for.
How were I supposed to know it were a bloody pea?
Bill takes his cigarette and lighter out of his pocket.
You can't smoke in here.
Why not?
Because you can't. You'll make the house smell of smoke.
Our house smells of smoke.
Only because you put it there. Nobody smokes here. If you want a cigarette, you'll have to go outside.
It's pissing down out there.
Oh, don't start that again.
I'll have one later. It's right for breathe now and again, is it?
Annabelle and Tim are arguing in the hallway. She is carrying a plate of small chocolates and Tim is carrying 2 bottles of beer. There is a noise of arguing around the table in the dining room.
What's wrong with having a beer with your meal, for heaven's sake?
I have never had beer on the Christmas table in my life.
Well, that's because you've always been so prim and proper, my sweet. My father always had a beer with his Christmas dinner.
I know you were brought up on a council estate, Tim, but I thought you'd evolved from that. I expect it from the flower pot men over there. Bill and Ben, the flower pot men. Not forgetting little Weed.
Tim goes to leave the room.
Where are you going?
I'm reverting to type, my dear. What is it they say? You can take the boy out of the council house, but you can't take the council house out of the boy. I'm going to get myself a beer.
Tim goes back into the kitchen and returns with another bottle of beer. Both he and Annabelle go back to the table, glaring at each other, as are Abby and Bill. Annabelle bangs the tray of chocolates down on the table and Tim bangs the beers down onto the table. There is silence for a minute. Tim then turns to Bill and Ben.
Here's your beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ben Here, Ben.
What are they?
Petit fours.
Chocolate-covered peas?
No, you ignoramus, the chocolates.
Petit pois, petit fours. It's all a bit bleeding petty, if you ask me. And don't talk to your brother like that.
Trying to lighten the atmosphere, Dolly chimes in.
Tell me, Ben, what did you get for Christmas?
Ronnie paid for me to have this tattoo. Wicked, innit?
Who's Ronnie? Your friend?
She's my girlfriend. She got me this hat too. My other one shrunk.
That's lovely, Ben. My Stan bought me one for Christmas once.
She's great, Ronnie. She loves United almost as much as me. She's got a league match ticket and everything.
You keep hold of her, Ben. She sounds perfect.
She is.
What did you get for Christmas, Charles?
Mum and Dad bought me a Windows 2000 PC. Figures. I hate Christmas. Just another excuse to pick your pocket.
Well, it hasn't picked yours. Meet Scrooge.
I don't believe in throwing money away just 'cause it's Christmas.
You don't believe in throwing money away. That's rich, coming from someone who throws it away every week of the year and gets nothing in return, only deeper in debt.
I keep telling you, we'll win one day.
Again, trying to change the mood, Dolly chimes in.
He has got a point, Abby. Christmas seems to start when the children go back to school after the summer holidays now. There's cards in the shops from October and trees from the beginning of November. I remember when I was young.
Here we go again.
Trees didn't go up until Christmas Eve, and there were no fancy presents like you get now. You had to make do with an apple and an orange.
Oh, so you think it was better then, do you? When you had no heat, no food and no money?
I was only trying to tell you how it used to be. I didn't mean to upset you, Annabelle. You're right. We didn't have the things they have today. Life was hard. Food was rationed, and heat was a fire in the living room if you had any coal and you could get it lit. Money was tight. I never had the time or the inkling to wonder what dress I was going to wear because I never went anywhere. But I loved my Stan, and that was all that mattered. As long as we were together, we were content, happy even.
And you're saying Tim and I are not happy and contented?
Bill turns to Abby.
You're lucky to have someone like me. Some men take women for granted. At least I don't have any vices.
You don't have any vices. That's rich, coming from someone who smokes like a chimney, drinks like a fish, and could give Maverick a run for his money. And as for women, well, you could have bought me something. It didn't have to cost much.
I would if I had the money.
You would have if you didn't keep giving it away. You've never really cared about me. I suppose you bought her a present.
Her? Who? Her?
Your fancy piece, and don't tell me you haven't got one because you were seen.
Fancy piece? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, you don't mean Christine Perkins, do you? Oh, you do, don't you? Who told you? No, them silly cows up the road. They said they saw me with her, didn't they? With me arm around her. Yeah, well, for your information, Christine Perkins' husband had just left her, and I was comforting her, giving her a shoulder to cry on, in the true spirit of Christmas, like. You don't honestly think I'd screw around, do you?
Well,
What about Mary Provost?
Shut it.
Moments later, Annabelle is fanning herself with a serviette.
I'm so hot.
please don't open the window. I can't stand drafts.
Is there any more beer?
Can't you have wine like everyone else?
Tim stands up and shouts.
For God's sake!
Tim! I didn't mean it. It wasn't meant to sound that way. If I could take back, well, almost every word I say, I am always to blame, and I feel like I'm going insane.
It was good while it lasted, but nothing's forever. Every time that I try to reach for the sky, they forecast stormy weather. It can't be me. I've had my life. I've had pain, I've had sorrow, but this cuts like a knife. You never really loved me. How could I be so blind? You never understood me. Time after time. Please send a dove to guide me to where he's sure to be. If there's a God above me, please set me free. All that I am, all I have lived for, all that I hoped you would see was me.
I didn't mean it.
All that I am,
It wasn't meant to sound that way.
all I have lived for.
If I could take back
Why can't you see? All I want you to see is the woman in me.
Later that evening, Annabelle is sat in an armchair looking very distressed and holding a photograph of Tim.
I love this photo. How will you ever know how much I love you so? My heart is breaking in two. Please hear my prayer for you. Dear God, what will I do if you should leave me alone? You hold the key forever, you see. You'll always be the love of my life. Wherever did she go? The girl you used to know. I always made you so happy. If only time stood still, there'd be no winter chill, and you'd be here now beside me. Please don't let go, 'cause I love you so. God, let him know the love of my life. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I could stop time. If only I'd made the hours stop. If only I'd seen the sign. If only I told you you were mine. If I could come to you and make the sun break through, I'd hold you ever so closely. I'd say the things I should say you misunderstood, and then you'd tell me you loved me. You hold the key forever, you see. You'll always be the love of my life. Hello, Annabelle Wint. What? Oh, God, no.
End of scene 3. Scene 4. The Rogers Lounge. Bill and Ben are watching the lottery results on television, and Abby is furiously waving a lottery ticket at Bill.
A lottery ticket? A bloody lottery ticket? This is your idea of a belated Christmas present, is it?
Stop waving it about. It's all I could afford. It were £5.
I'm only surprised you didn't ask me to go and buy it myself.
Do you want it or not?
You know what I think about the lottery, and you know what you can do with a ticket.
Abby screws the ticket up and throws it across the room while Bill keeps his eyes on the lottery results.
Anything, Ben?
No, Dad.
Move your coat.
I'm doing it.
When, Ben? And tomorrow that blackboard will be here still, Bill.
What is this rhyming slang? Nothing I do for you is right.
Dad!
Oh, yes, and just remind me of when that was, will you? When you did something for me, because I must have blinked and missed it.
Dad!
Not now, Ben. If I'm that bad, why'd you marry me?
God knows. Probably because my mother told me not to. My mother warned me about you, but would I listen?
Oh, here we go again. The old mother routine.
Dad!
Can't you see I'm talking to your mother?
And that's another thing. You never back me when it comes to our Ben's education. He could have gone to university.
What, him?
Dad!
What the bleeding hell do you want?
That ticket you bought me, Mum! It's won!
What?
Bill rushes over and grabs the ticket off Ben.
Bloody hell. He's right. I've won. I've won.
What do you mean you've won? It's my ticket.
You said you didn't want it.
Well, I've changed my mind. Woman's prerogative. A just reward for all the running about I've done after you for years.
You... take it out your bra. No, you're right. Of course you are, love. I tell you what. Why don't we share it? It is fair. After all, I did buy the ticket. Hey, what'd you say? We can decide what to do here together.
Well, I can tell you I don't intend staying around here for a start.
Oh, quite agree.
And I want somewhere upmarket and classy.
So do I.
You do?
Of course I do. Hey, you don't think I live here by choice, do you? You're not the only one with dreams and ambitions, you know.
I want to live by the sea.
Good idea. I can see the waves breaking over the rocks.
I can see the sun rising over the water. Peace and tranquility.
Paradise on earth. Blackpool!
Barbados.
Barbados! I'm not going to bloody Barbados. It's miles away.
Well, I'm certainly not going to Blackpool.
What's wrong with Blackpool?
How much have we won?
There's a number on the back of the ticket.
Scene 5. The Winton's Lounge. New Year's Day. Tim is sitting on a chair. Annabelle hands him a glass of lemonade. The clock strikes midnight. Fireworks and shouting can be heard. Annabelle and Tim clink glasses.
Happy New Year, darling.
Happy New Year.
As they kiss, Annabelle starts to cry.
What's wrong?
I really didn't think we'd be sharing this moment together. I thought I'd lost you.
You don't get rid of me that easily.
Don't joke, Tim. I've been through hell and back this week. But it's made me realise just how much I love you and how badly I've treated you. You must hate me.
I don't hate you. Of course I don't hate you. I just thought you were beginning to hate me. But now I understand why. I can try and help you.
I don't deserve you. I should have talked to you sooner. How could I have been so stupid not to even think about the menopause?
Maybe you didn't want to.
Maybe you're right. No one wants to admit they're getting older, do they?
You're still drop dead gorgeous.
Don't. That's another symptom, apparently. Becoming over-emotional. Dr. Mott said the blood test should confirm it, and then he'll start me on HRT. I'll be fine.
The door opens and Abby, Bill, Charles, Sue, Ben and Ronnie walk in. Bill is staggering, obviously drunk.
Look who we found outside the Rose and Crown. I've invited them back for a drink to celebrate the new year.
I hope you don't mind, Annabelle. We really came to see how Tim is. We've been so concerned, haven't we, Bill?
What? Oh, yeah, so concerned.
Of course I don't mind. I'll get some glasses.
As Annabelle goes out of the room, Abby approaches Tim.
How are you feeling, Tim?
Fine. I feel fine. I've just got to take it easy. I've been told to rest, not to get too stressed and cut down on the whiskey. The doctor said it helps I don't smoke, but I guess I've been lucky.
I'm just so relieved you're okay.
They catch each other's eye, and Tim gives a comforting smile. Annabelle and Dolly enter the room, Annabelle carrying the glasses. She pours everyone a glass except Tim.
Hey, what about me?
You know what the doctor said? Oh, all right then, just half a glass, seeing as the other one was lemonade.
She pours him half a glass and hands it to him.
Cheers. Here's to New Year and the new century. And may it bring us all health and happiness. And may United win the treble again.
They all laugh, clink glasses and take a sip of champagne. Tim then turns to Bill.
I believe congratulations are in order, Bill.
Yeah, I said I'd win one day.
You didn't win, I did.
Yeah, whatever.
What are you planning to do with it?
Well, to start with, seeing as you paid for the wedding, we thought we'd pay for the honeymoon in Barbados.
Oh, that's lovely.
And we're getting our Ben United TV.
Wicked, innit?
And we're going to live in St. Anne's.
You're moving.
Yes. Well, there's nothing much to keep us round here. Bill wanted to go to Blackpool, but we compromised and settled on St. Anne's.
What about work? Will you still need to work?
Oh, yes. It's not mega money, but it's enough to buy us a small guest house.
Do you know anything about running a business?
I met up with an old school friend recently. She's a successful businesswoman and her husband's an accountant. They said they'd help me. And I'm going to do a business course at college.
And I'm going to run her there in my new car.
Well, good luck to you.
We'll miss you.
Well, come on then. Said we'd call in at Bob Little's party. He can give me the 4 weeks lottery he owes me while we're there. Every time I go around to collect it, he's out. But he must be in now, because it's his party.
I'll run you over if you like. I've just been on the orange juice all night. I said I'd wait and have a drink with Mum and Dad when we got home. So I've only had 1 glass of champagne.
Ah, you're a good lad. Didn't I always say you were a good lad?
Yes, Bill, you did.
I'll see you out.
Everybody except Tim leave the room. Abby comes back. Feeling uncomfortable, Abby says,
I forgot my handbag. What am I like?
Tim stands up and embraces Abby.
If only...
Don't. It's for the best. Annabelle loves you and you love her.
I love you too.
No, you don't.
What about Bill?
I'm not naive enough to think it will be moonlight and roses, but I can handle it. I've handled it for years. The money went into our joint account, so I couldn't do this with half. At least now I'll have my hand on the reins. The guest house will be licensed to me, and I finally feel at last I can make something out of my life.
Well, I wish you well, Abby. I really do. If anyone deserves a break, it's you. New century, new beginning, eh?
Yes.
As Tim looks concerned, Abby tweaks his cheek playfully.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine, honest. Well, goodbye, Tim. Take care of yourself. God bless.
Abby stands tall, holding her head up. Confident and strong, she leaves the room. Quietly, Tim stands still.
Goodbye, Abby. I love you.
Scene 6. The Rogers Lounge, early hours, New Year's Day. Dishevelled and untidy, Bill walks towards the Christmas tree, tripping on the way. He clumsily opens a can of beer and attempts a few times to drink it, but keeps missing his mouth. He goes over to a picture of Sue on the windowsill and picks it up, sniffing drunkenly.
Shh. Oh. Hello, fairy, on top of Christmas tree. You look a bit cockeyed. You must be drunk. Here, I'll straighten you up. Hey, our Sue's getting married. Lovely photo of our Sue and my Abby. I do love you, Abby, deep down, like. I know I don't often show it. Well, I know I never show it. It's me dad, you see. He always said, be tough, treat 'em rough, and that's enough. You bloody poet. No, I will try to do better. Right, that's enough of that.
He tries to put the picture back but misses a couple of times. He staggers over to the mirror and studies himself.
Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall. Handsome beast.
He staggers over to the table and picks up a card that reads, "Congratulations." Abby comes into the room, laughs and says, "Sit down, Bill, before you fall down." Bill slides down the wall onto the floor.
I'm gonna be rich. I told you I would.
Gonna be rich. Never thought that I would.
You said that I couldn't do it. I told you I could.
Now that I'm holding the reins, it feels so good.
Gonna be rich. I'll do it someday. So the ticket was yours. Who was it that paid?
Can't believe that it's true. Come at just the right time. It feels at last that it's my turn to shine.
And after the champagne flows, and after the trumpets blow, it's gonna happen. Wait and see. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. Resigning at St. Anne's by the sea.
Yes!
Voice cast: Debbie Lynn Thomas as Abby, Dolly and Sil. Jane Hall as Annabelle and Mo. Dominic Lowe as Ben and Tim. Patrick Mackenzie as Bill, Charles and Jason. Gabby Boswell as Caroline and Ronnie. Denise Eade as Bernie. Katie Rose McQuillan as Sue. Harriet Elizabeth as the narrator.